Good morning. This is JHS Weekly. I'm Mariah Vasquez.
And I'm Jessica Finnegan. Joplin High School will host an ACT prep class on April 5th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in room A123. The cost is $45 and students must register and pay in advance online. This class includes practical and relevant information on how to increase your ACT score. It shows you how to control the test and not let it control you. The workshop covers what will be on the test and how to master test-taking techniques. This class is not a practice test. It is to learn general ideas about the ACT as a whole and individual tests. The session will be open to the first 50 Joplin High School students who register online. See your counselor for the link to register online.
Spyglass released a new issue this month. Here is Clayton Clark with more.
Joplin School Spyglass is a class filled with dedicated journalists, always looking for a story to push into their next issue.
So Spyglass is a student publication. We make magazines 4 times per year, 2 per semester. We all work together, and Spyglass isn't just the issue. Even though it's called Spyglass, we also work on Eagle Alley, which is our website, and then we also have social media that we run as well. So there's news and anything about the school. We try to feature it. We try to make sure everyone in the school knows about it.
I think that the design of the Spyglass is a lot better than we've had in the past, and I'm really proud of how the theme is tied in with the design, and I think that's really cool.
So our inspiration for the March issue is the process we have for Spyglass is we would look at the all of the stories from when we've brainstormed, and we see how the stories are connected. And one thing that stuck out was the identity and how most of our stories, our main stories, deal with the issue with identity.
It is really time consuming, and there are a lot of different things that you have to get done by the deadlines, and so it can be really stressful to get the designs done, to get the drafts edited, to get the cover finished in time. So I will make the production schedule first, and so I'll plan out how everything's going to go, and then I'll lead the brainstorming. So everyone sits around and comes up with story ideas, and I'll write on the board. And then I take the stories that people want to write, their top choices, and then assign those. And then when everybody's rough drafts are in, I'll edit those and get back to them. And then I'm involved in the design. And so with the final drafts, you'll put them into InDesign and design the pages.
Learn how to be able to take feedback, because that's really hard for some people. The editors are there to help you improve your writing and just all the work you do. So it's okay to take criticism, because it's a good thing. It'll make you a better person.
This is Clayton Clark with JHD.
That issue looks really awesome. I'm going to make sure I check it out.
It's really good. Thanks, Clay.
Key Club won first place in the non-traditional scrapbook category at the District Leadership Conference last week. Thank you to Ann Lee for all your hard work on the project. Come visit the display case in D3 to see the award-winning project. Ask Miss Adcock how you can get involved with Key Club and make a difference.
The boys powerlifting team won the state championship, and girls placed 3rd in state over the weekend. Multiple boys and girls won their individual weight class, as well as set many state records in the different lifts. This is powerlifting 3rd year in existence. 50 athletes competed, 38 boys and 12 girls. Be sure to congratulate them.
And now, here's Katie with Katie's Cues.
Hi, I'm Katie with Cues with Katie. And our question this week is, what are you doing for spring break?
This spring break, I'm going to hang out with my friends a lot and sleep as much as I can.
Hang out with my cats.
Hanging with my boo.
I'm going to chill and hang out with my friends.
Probably going to hang out with my boyfriend and my friends.
I'm going to hang out with Katie G.
I'm really excited for spring break, aren't you?
Me too.
Thanks, Katie. Joplin's Winter Guard competed at Kickapoo High School this past weekend and increased their score by 10 points. They have dedicated so much time and energy into their season. Come see them perform at JHS in the Kaminsky Gym on Thursday, March 30th at 6 p.m. JHS Indoor Drumline will also be performing. Come see the sport of the arts.
Students excited to show off their diplomatic skills. You're in luck. Here's Hallie Robinson with more.
Many new clubs will be beginning next year at Joplin High School, including one Model United Nations club.
So basically what it is we'll take a group of students, about 5 students from the high school, and we'll go to a conference somewhere in Missouri, probably in Kansas City, where we'll basically recreate the United Nations. So there will be a Security Council and a General Assembly, and we'll talk about whatever relevant current events issue is happening at the time. It'll be in April of next year that we'll do this, and we'll prepare the whole year for it. Whatever the issue is, we'll know way ahead of time. So we'll talk about something like Israel-Palestine, or maybe some human rights issue, or a water crisis, or whatever the issue is, and we'll spend the whole day up in Kansas City debating over the issue and coming up with solutions, and eventually pass some sort of plan to figure it out. Caleb Pippens thought of the idea, and he brought it to a couple of us in the speech and debate team, and so now we're starting it with Mr. Carey from FTC.
I made this club because I was involved with speech and debate, and I like public speaking, and I like debating, and so I basically saw this on a TV. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, and so I looked further into it, and then I decided that I just wanted to start one here at Joplin High School. We're planning on starting the actual club, beginning club operations next year. But if you are interested and you want to find out when meetings are, when everything is, and how that's happening next year, I think there's a survey you can take on our website, and you just type in your email and you'll get updates.
There are many questions that people are going to ask about the United Nations itself, saying it's either a positive or a negative. From the American perspective, you can legitimately make arguments both ways. From the parochial American perspective, we can say, oh, it's a help, it's a harm, sure. From the student perspective, though, there are just so many benefits to come from it, no matter what you think of the UN itself. You get to, and you need to, broaden your perspectives. Come Club Day, everything, when people come in next year, keep in mind a new Model United Nations Club in Joplin High School.
I'm Hallie Robinson with JetHD.
Thanks, Hallie.
Congratulations to Jessica Zingle for the honor of being selected to honorable mention All Ozark Conference, and Kinsley Stewart on being selected All Conference Defensive Team. Also, congratulations to Shelby Beaver and Jessica Zingle on making All District. Way to represent the Eagles.
You might notice some colorful changes coming to the JHS library. Here are our special guest reporters Isabel Harbach and Destiny Fowler with more.
I'm Deborah Heim, and I'm the librarian at the Joplin High School. I've been thinking about moving our fiction books into genre for a while because I knew it's kind of a trend in Missouri for school libraries. And so when I attended the Missouri Librarians Conference in the spring, I went to several sessions, and so then I made up my mind for sure that that's what we need to do. We talked, of course, to Seth first to see if he thought this was a good idea. And because we need some decor in the library, the walls are too plain, and we thought if we could get student work on the walls, that would be extra good. That'd be better than just some pictures we buy somewhere.
Mr. Wolfschrundle, I'm one of the art teachers here, and the class that we're talking about is art portfolio. The library came to us with a really cool request this year. They were in need of some new posters for the different sections of fiction in the library, and they were wanting art students, JHS art students, to illustrate it for them. And so we're doing that. The art portfolio class, which is a class built for students, seniors that are thinking about pursuing art as a career, they're getting a little taste of that. They're doing a real-world project for the library right now and working with them as a client. The different sections of fiction have different colors on the books themselves, like it's a color code, and so the posters for each of those sections are also going to mainly use that color, so that's one of the requirements that each of the students is working with. As they're designing it, is they're keeping it all about that color, just so it matches up visually with the books that are already there.
I am Dakota Hutchins, and I am in Mr. Wolf's art portfolio class for 7th hour. The genre that I was assigned was action. The inspiration for that was sort of like for what I put for my poster. When I thought action, I was reminded of comic books immediately. And so I was trying to figure out what I could do for that panel, like for that poster in general. And so I took the action and adventure. I put action on the top half and then adventure on the bottom half, and I put it like panels up on it, and then in each panel there's a different illustration for the different genre. I've got like a spy in the first panel, and then 2 cars racing, and it's pretty much anything that reminds you of action or adventure. That's what I was supposed to put down.
Congratulations to the Joplin Show Choirs for taking home 10 trophies from Webb City last weekend. During preliminary awards, Touch of Class received first place, Sound and Mention received second place, Best Closer, and Spencer Cornett received the Best Male Soloist. The two groups also won Best Crew and Best Band. In final awards, Touch of Class received Best Show Design and second runner-up for Grand Champion. Sound and Mention actually placed as Grand Champion and Best Vocals. Be sure to congratulate these students.
Fusion's Inside Out event took place on Monday and Tuesday. Our own Brendan Beck has more.
This week, freshman mentoring program Fusion held their annual event known as Inside Out.
Inside Out is an event produced by Fusion, and it focuses on the self-worth and self-regulation for freshman students. We have 2 days. We have a boys' day and we have a girls' day. It's all about them. It's a day for them to learn more about themselves as an individual and the pressures that they have in daily lives and throughout high school. This year we have a couple keynote speakers that we haven't had in the past, so our opening is actually a little bit longer. So it's about an hour versus in the past we would have a short opening to kind of get everybody on track, and then we would go to the stations. One person's actually coming from Hollywood, California, and she'll be talking on Girls' Day. And then we have a local celebrity that will be here on Tuesday for the boys. You know, I really hope that freshmen learn a little bit more about themselves, and that it's okay to be yourself and that you don't have to try to be somebody else. And it's also a day for them to be out of class, but where they don't have to focus on academics, but focus on becoming a leader and being in control of their future. I hope Fusion leaders understand the importance of supporting freshmen through their high school career. So Inside Out, we've done things throughout the year that have to do with teamwork, and this is a true opportunity now for Fusion leaders that have gotten to know their students that they work with and help them make plans for the future.
With JHD, I'm Brendan Beck.
I actually worked Inside Out. It was a lot of fun.
It looked fun.
Thanks, Brendan.
Come out tonight at 7 p.m. to watch Sound Dimension and Touch of Class perform their show for the last time. They would love to see you all there.
This has been JHS Weekly. Have a great week.